Hey guys, thanks for checking in with Euclid Mining once again. Today we are there. This is the grow tent. There's going to be several clips in this video because I'm going to be having to do little things along the way. Like I've got some stuff set up, but I haven't screwed it all together because I wanted to see how it's going to work first. And then after that, I'll start locking things down. So I may pause the video and then run out, caulk something, drop some screws in it, and then come back up and start again. So you won't get to see me do all those things, but I'll show you exactly what I am doing and this disaster. So let's get into it. All right, so here we are in the mining exercise room, and what I got going on here is, all right, so the idea of this is that we want to move the Ravencoin miner. These are the 3060 Ti LHR cards. This one literally just came. I haven't even opened it up yet. It just came in the mail. That one took forever for some reason, but as you can see, I got the 4, that makes 5, and I think in about a week or two, I'm gonna order a couple more. And anyway, that's that rig. You saw that in the $1 million Ravencoin Mining Rig video. And then what do I have going on? So let me show you in here. So here's what we got. I went ahead and I got a 6-inch inline fan. I have a 8-inch inline fan. What I did was, to make this work, let me just pull that apart. All right, so what happened here is that the grow tent that I got, the biggest opening it had was a, for some reason, it's like a 6-inch or, anyway, I thought it had one. I thought it had one opening that was a 8-inch, but it doesn't. So what I have is that now I've got this 8-inch fan, which is fine. I'm going to keep it, but I just have it reduced down. So that's 8-inch on this side, and then it just kind of goes from 8-inch, and then it reduces down to 6-inch, and then I've got the 6-inch insulated, as you can see on this end, and then the insulation is inside there. Once I start cutting this a little bit, when I start fitting it in, I'll show it to you. So anyway, so that's going to be what's drawing the air out. On this side, I've got the 6-inch fan. Now what I have is here, I've got these flaps that open up, and it's just a mesh, and that'll be good for air intake. And then on this side, I've got a 6-inch here, and then I've got the flap again. As you can see, it's just a mesh. You can see inside. So that's the mesh for that one. And that's all I'm going to have. So there's one mesh one on top. I've got this 6-inch here, and then I've got that mesh one. So what I did was I went ahead and I got a 6-inch inline fan here. And that's going to go to this one right there. And that's going to pull the air in. I'm going to have that down here. And then what I'm going to have is I'm going to have this one on a shelf. Here's the shelf right here. Obviously this won't be on it, but it'll be over here, and then I'll have that up higher, and then I'll have this fan down low on the bottom, pulling the air in, and then it'll be pulled up and out and across and then out the window. I've seen a lot of videos. I've done a lot of reading, and I'll tell you, I don't even know what to tell you. We're going to see what happens here with this. So anyway, I'm going to, I've got the wire rack shelves. I'm going to build the 2 of those because I'm going to have those in here. Now, even though I'm going to put a shelf on this side and that 6-inch is going to sit on it, the hose for it will be down at the bottom, blowing air in, because the hole is actually a little high. It's high on the tent here. So, and as you may have seen also, I've got this thing laying down. This is supposed to be standing up, But if I have it over here, I needed something big enough to put this rack in because I want to put everything in here. And I am going to be building another miner in the next couple weeks, building a full one. Plus I've got the other one in the other room. And I'd love to even just throw that in there too and get everything in there. So I bought a shelf like this, and what I did was I unscrewed it half and half, as you can see here. So I have half and half. So what I need to do is I need to organize this in here. I need to put this shelving over here. It's the same as this shelf here. It's just there's two of them here. So I need to put one over there and one on this side, move this into the middle, and just get the fans, I think, set up first and get that done before I go ahead and start moving the computers in there. And start working out the airflow and adjusting these. Now they are adjustable. I'm not sure how I'm going to adjust them. I guess I'd have to run the wire outside the tent, and then I'd be able to get to those. That might be a little difficult to do. I'm going to have to see if I actually can do something like that so I can adjust them while they're in there. I don't want to have to open it to adjust it, because the idea is you want it to be closed, sealed, while that's happening. So anyway, y'all, that's where I'm at. I've already got this part built up. I went ahead and built that for the window. So this will be on the inside, and then on the outside, I'll have a vent on that side. So again, I wanted to caulk this and around this joint, put some screws in there. I haven't done any of that yet because I want to make sure everything is, just sort of roughed in and just kind of see if it's working. And then if it is, then we'll start dialing it down and working with the temperatures, and really working out this number of how we're gonna get enough air in and enough air out and what that ratio is. And hopefully we get a winner. All right, y'all, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna start hooking some stuff up. I'm going to put this in the window, for instance. I'm going to get these shelves built up, get that organized, and I'll be back. All right, y'all, we're back, and here's where we're at. So I've got this set up now, I think the way it's going to be, but I got one question, and I'm going to work that out in a minute. So I've got the small shelf here with the 6-inch fan, pulling it in, and that's going to come in. I've got two shelves here. Actually, if you can see, there's two shelves and two shelves. They're just collapsed onto each other because I might, if I have to put more rigs in here, I'll be able to add a little more shelving. So I just left the shelf there. I think it really doesn't matter. I've got the other shelf over here with the 8-inch coming out. Got the exhaust 6-inch duct. I've got that reducer inside of there. I don't know if you can still see that metal inside there. There's the reducer. It comes down to the window. Here's what I made over here. So I cut a piece of plywood to fit the width of the window. The height, I don't know. I just kind of picked a number and cut it. I think it's 12 inches. I've got the 6-inch there. All I did was I took the wood. I took that cup link. I put it on top of the wood, and I took a circle and drew around it. I went and bought a jigsaw from Home Depot, or actually Lowe's this morning, and it was like 35 bucks. I drilled a hole in there, and I put the jigsaw blade in and zip, cut it out. That thing fits real snug. I showed you that earlier. But I haven't painted that, and I haven't put weather stripping around there. As you can probably see in the corner, there's a little light coming in there. That's because I didn't want to make it exactly as wide as the window and snug it in there, because I want to put weather stripping around the whole thing, then put the back inside there. Also want to paint it so it will take a beating. It'll be sealed also. Probably should have gotten pressure treated and then painted it, but I can always change this later on. This is where I'm at. And we're going with it, folks. I know I probably should do some of this differently. For over here, I've got this shelf here and you can see there's two shelves on the bottom. I'm going to lift one up, and that's going to go over here to continue the duct work, so it's got a little more support. And then I'll just use the other shelves for whatever I want to use them for. Same thing with this. That shelf will just sort of be the ductwork shelf. There it is. And then over there, this will be there, and it'll be what it is. So that's that. That's that. These are here. Now, when Brian was here and we were talking, a lot of the videos you see, they have, they're always looking for that negative pressure where it's bowed in, where it's like sucked in on itself. Now, my AC guy, Ryan, who has been in the biz for a while, really feels that this is wrong, that the negative pressure is not what you want. So it comes down to cool air coming in, hot air being in here and then being pulled out. So when the cool air comes in, if that's pulling too strong, it'll pull the cool air in and straight out. It won't have a chance to grab some of that hot air and make warm air, and then the warm air is pulled out. So the idea is that the cool air is merging with hot air, and then it has a chance to get pulled out. If you don't have enough air coming in and more air being pulled out, that's that negative pressure that you see in these videos. The cool air is not having a chance to grab that hot air and pull it out with it. So he thought that this should be the 8-inch and that should be the 6-inch, because you want more air coming in, because that air will have time to circulate and sit in here, because there'll be more air in here and less being pulled out. So by the time that it does get pulled out, it has chance to bind with the hot air and then move itself out. He thinks that's the way to go. I have it set up like we've seen in the videos. You've seen them too. A lot of videos, they start with a 4-inch fan, then they get 2 4-inch fans, then somebody goes and gets a 6-inch fan. You know me, I went with the 8-inch fan because I figured, you know what, that's like the biggest that you can get that's sort of mildly like a standard fan. If you go any bigger than that, you're really going to more of an industrial, situation. So this is like a home, I don't know. I can buy this. You can buy this. This is not like you have to get the AC guy to buy this, So anyway, I guess you wouldn't really need him to buy it. Anyway, it's set up. So we've got that hooked up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move that rig in. But first, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and hook that card up, because it's easier to do it here than it's going to be to do it in there. And that will have now the 5 total cards that we know it needs to make the complete mining rig for the $1 million Ravencoin mining rig. I'm sure you've seen the video. Now, I am going to continue putting more cards on this one, and because I did start a little late, and I do want to just blast away at Ravencoin until at least this January, when we see what happens anyway, with the halvening and Ethereum going away. So I really want to bulk up on some of that Ravencoin and just keep it, whatever. Sure, a lot of you do. I actually had to sell some the other day to buy some stuff because this is costing me a small fortune. These are like 59. I think that was like 69 or something around that number. These little wire shelves were 35 each. I just bought 2 of them. I had the black one already from a long time ago. This rack here, I don't know, $80. I bought this one. I guess I didn't need that for this build, but that was another $80. The hose was $75. The fittings, $10. That fitting like $8. I had to get bought a power strip. I got another, let's see, what else do I have hooked up for this thing? God, obviously, let's talk about the guest of honor here. This alone, that was, I think got that on eBay for $79.99, whatever, $80, free shipping. So that was $80. And then if you really want to count it in, putting the electricity here to get that 30 amp up here so I could really start running some stuff, which is going to be a complete waste if this doesn't work. So believe me, come hell or high water, this thing is going to work. I might try and flip those fans around like my guy said to, but we're going to try it like this first. I'm going to move the tent in the corner where it's going to be living. I'm going to start mildly, like I said, just roughing everything in and get this set up. And we'll be back in just a little bit. All right, guys, let's see what we got. All right, y'all. So we are back. It is nighttime. I've been working on this all day, trying to get this set up. So here's what I got for now. I just have this here so I can check for this because I am running Windows on the miner. I do have the 6-inch set up here pulling in. I've got the 8-inch here pulling out. And that's coming here and then just going out the window. I don't even have that really fastened on, but it's holding by itself, and it's pulling a lot of air out of there. So so that's that. I did want to have this down below blowing air in, so the air would have to get pulled up and then out. So I do need to cut a piece of this. I have more of it downstairs, but for now, just for argument's sake, I'm going to test this out and see what it does. I turned this on, and that fan is it's a little loud. This one's not so bad, so I might order another one of these and try it. See if I can make this work with two of them. It's definitely a lot quieter than that one is. Even on the lowest setting, that one is super loud. So anyway, I got the other card in here on the Ravencoin rig. So I've got all of them working. I tested it. It's working great. That's all 5 that I was looking to get. Like I said, I did get an 8 GPU rig, so I am going to put more on there. But anyway, so this is it. So so I've got that hooked up. I've got the PDU hooked up back here. I got to plug them into the PDU behind there. I can't really get back there so well, so it's kind of need to do it once through one of the holes. One of these vent ports. There's like little vent ports on the side for extra hoses and stuff. That's where I fed out the wires for like this one, and because that port's going to get hot in there because of the heat coming out of this, or hopefully the heat coming out of this. So I put it through the side one here so the wire wouldn't be touching it. On this one, it does go out the same one, but this is pulling cool air in, so I'm not too worried about the wire. As you can see, I have the wire coming out, going to that extension, and I've got both right there. Got a little temperature thing. I'm going to throw that inside here also, and that way we can see the temperature. Let's see if this thing works. Celsius, let's go Fahrenheit. All right, so this room's a little warm, but I guess I'm going to put this down here. Actually, well, yeah, I guess I'm going to put it here for now. It's kind of tough because I'm not going to find a real way to look at that because of where it's at. I don't want to put it in front of this pulling cool air in. It really won't be giving me an accurate reading, but down there it will. But I don't know if we'll be able to see it down there, so that might be a little problem. You know what? I'm going to put it over here, because when I have this window open, that's going to be here when this is closed. Through this window, I'll be able to see that. So that's not a bad one. I do want to get one of these with a remote sensor, so I can leave the sensor in here and just leave the thermostat, but the thermometer out here to tell me the temperature, and I could just drop the sensor inside there. So I'm going to get one of those too. Just add that to the pile of expense to make this happen. And of course, you saw the other first video I ever did for these, and that was a dismal failure. So I have spent a lot more. If you watch that first video to this one, you will see there is a lot more money spent with a lot better hardware. So let me go ahead and plug those in back there, and then I'm going to fire this up, and we're going to get this running. So just give me a quick minute. Let me do that, and we'll be testing this out. All right, be right back. All right, y'all, we are ready for takeoff. I'm just going to go a quick run through everything really quick again. So I've got the 6-inch fan here blowing in. I do want to get the duct and have that go down below, so the air is blowing down into that corner, and then it'll be sucked up and out through the 8-inch that I have over there. They're both variable speeds. I've got the controllers down here on the floor. I was able to run the wires outside of here, so I do have some side ports. As you can see, I was able to run the wire there, so it's not running out where the heat will be running, so the wire won't be taking any stress. I've got the exhaust coming out, so this is extra long here. I cut it long because I didn't know what I was going to need. I can cut this down, but for argument's sake, it is hooked up. I did turn the fans on, and it blows real strong, so I know it is working. I installed the other GPU, so I know that's working. I did that before I put this in here. I tested it. It's running smooth. I am a little disappointed in Parallel Miner. They did send me some wires to hook up my Molex to the 2 slots on the motherboard, but for some reason they are not powering that up, and the board isn't coming on. So I had to go back with an ATX on here also, along with my HP power supplies. And you know I've been loving those HPs. And if you watch one of my other videos with the new breakout boards from Parallel Miner, I'm super excited with them, except for these wires are not working. And I am forced to keep that on there so I can get power to the board. So I'm not happy about that, but I'm gonna solve that issue. I'm gonna email them and get down to the bottom of that. They are a great company. They have a lot of great stuff, and their products that they make themselves, like the breakout boards with the ATX support on it, so you can plug your board, your motherboard, right into the breakout boards, is amazing. Go watch my other videos. I'm gonna put a link in the description below for that. And of course, you know this is the $1 Million Mining Ravencoin miner, and I have a link for the description below for that one as well. And this is because of a couple people's videos that got me really interested in trying this, and I am doing it. So here it is. I do have the 3 shelves. I got the 3 here. I got that sitting here. I got one here that was split, and so I have 2 shelves here. I also have the 3rd one here where I have the other fan on top. I do need to put a little more exhaust. Now, the only question is, do I need the 8-inch and a 6-inch, or do I need 2 6-inch? Because I'll tell you, that 8-inch is loud. And when I fire this thing up, you are going to hear that, and you're going to say, damn, that's loud. So, you know, it's loud. But if it does the job, I will be happy to be able to encase all of my miners in here and solve my heat problem. If I've ended up with a little bit of a noise problem, I could shut the door, but at least the room will not be, you know, sweltering hot, you know, because that's what it's been. So anyway, I've got the miner on. I've got here. So these are my settings that I have. Let's see if I can get over here. I do have one other card. That's the 5th. So there they are for that. So that's working fine. So what I have to do next is I have to go ahead and start the mining software and button this up and turn those fans on. This thing heats up like nobody's business. And it gets to be about 85 degrees in this room with that thing running. So this is going to be the real test today, is to get that thing buttoned up. So let's close this up. And you know what? First, I'm going to turn these fans on because this one slides a little bit because it's not duct taped yet. So I got to get the duct tape, and I got to get that bracket for that one over there. But this slides away a little bit when it blows because it's really blowing so much air, or sucking, I should say, air out and blowing it in the exhaust pipe. So let me turn that on a little bit, and you're going to hear this thing going. So hang on. Let's see. All right, it's holding. It's not pushing it away. This one's going fine. This one's being pulled in right here, and it's blowing out real well there. So let me go ahead and start zippering. Uh-oh, there goes the mouse. Let's land down. Let's get that. Let's get that. So that is buttoned up. The air is pulling in there real good. That's really got some pressure in there, so I know that's working well. Let's start the miner. So give me a second. And T-Rex. All right, so we got that fired up, and we are going to see this here. So again, you know, I got the PDU. This shelf is just here for now, just so I can have this here. This shelf is going to move over to here, and that'll support this duct as it comes and turns. And then like this one, I'll just use the other shelves for, you know, some bins. I bought a whole bunch of new bins, and I'm going to put them on the shelves and just be able to start organizing a little more in here and just clean up this room. And that's what all this was about, was really just getting everything tucked away in here. So, so T-Rex is doing its business. So we're just going to let that run. Now I do have a meter in here, little, not thermostat, but you know, temperature thermometer of sorts, digital. So you can see it in there. It says 84.7. Can you see that down there through the mesh? All right, I don't know if you can see that through the mesh, but that's 84. So the other thought is, do I need to have that open and that one open for extra air? As you can see, it looks like it's kind of in that negative state. So I'm going to turn this one up a little bit. Okay, so I turn that up. No, actually, that's wrong. I'm sorry. That one we want down. That's what my AC guy was saying. He wants the 8-inch down, and he wants the 6-inch. He wants this thing to blow up like a balloon. He thinks that's the answer. So now we are mining over here. Let's check Afterburner and look at my temperatures. So 62, 65, 63, 61, 62, 65. This looks like it's going to be my problem child. Is this one? He's up at 66. Oh, 65. Okay. Look, I'll tell you what. Because I'll tell you what, if I've got that 8-inch on low, and I've got that one blowing a little bit harder with these adjustable fans, these adjustable inline fans are amazing. They just have the little knob on them, and they both have it, so you can really fiddle with the speed on this. So I am at 66, and that seems to be the only one that's really jumping. 63. 64, 61. I guess I don't need to say all these numbers. You can read. In case you can't, that says 62. So 67, 66. So that's my one right now. 67. Yeah, that's the only one. You know what I'm going to try too? I'm going to try to move this fan over to that side and have it exhaust. And then what I'll do is I'll just leave this open and see if there's enough air being sucked in through this 6-inch and the window. And if I open up the top window as well, well, there'll be enough air being sucked in. But like Ryan was saying, he wants this thing to be more being blown in. So if I was able to turn that off, that big 8-inch, it's loud. I won't lie. But if I can contain all of my heat in this, and this is working, I'm going to close that vent. So this is like, I got to be honest, this is like overclocking. You know, do you leave that one open and that one open, or just that one and not that one? Do we go with the 6-inch on high, blowing in, and the 6-inch on low, sucking out? Now you can see it's blowing up like a balloon. So I don't know if you can see that. Okay, I don't know if you can see it bowing out on the sides. You know, so now that's what Ryan was saying he thought was the answer for this to blow up. That means there's more airflow inside, and that's more of it grabbing those, the cool air, grabbing the hot air, and then taking that and exchanging it out. That's the pressure that he felt. So I might not need the 8-inch over there because I want this to blow up a little bit like this. All right, so we're at 68 over here. And I like to run, you know, 65 or below, 63, you know, something like that. But guys, I'm going to say overall, this is successful. I am still going to be messing around with this. I will do a little more fine tuning. I've got a lot of fine tuning videos. I'm going to be doing the overclocking video for now, the Ravencoin miner, and show you what kind of settings I have there. I'm going to fine tune that and show you what I did on those settings if you couldn't see them already. I am getting some pretty decent numbers. You know, these aren't, so 29s, pretty much all 29s right now. I got 128.65, so that's not bad, you know. So that's not too bad, but you know, I'm happy, and you saw my settings there. So but we're gonna go and fool around, try and mess around with a little more of that power setting and see if I could drop a little more power and still get the same hash rate. I've been doing a lot of work on that. So guys, I'm gonna end it with this. I think overall that this is a success. I will leave links in the description below to the different parts that I have bought from the manufacturer, and then I'll leave it up to you from where you want to buy it. I don't want to direct you to someone on eBay and have a problem. So the grow tent, unfortunately, I did get from eBay, and that's just kind of, I'll just give you the dimensions of the one that I bought, and you'll have to just pick the size that you want to use for the size space that you're doing it in. Now, again, I laid mine down because this room is, let me back up so you can kind of see how the room is set up. So if I put it over here, it'd block out that whole window. So this worked for me because I wanted all the room so I can get a lot of my miners. I wanted to get all 3 of them in here, and then I'm building that 4th one probably in the next 2 weeks. So anyway, again, hash rate's looking good. 32 actually, 31. It does jump around. Let's take a look at those temperatures again. 69. But there we are at 64, 65, 63, 62, 63. It just jumped up to. You know, so this is that ratio that I was talking about. We got to figure that out. I'm going to turn the fan up here, or maybe I'm going to turn that one up. I don't know. Again, it's like overclocking. You know, you're going to have to mess with the 2 fans speeds and see if it does need more air being pulled in than it's getting, or vice versa. I'm not sure exactly which direction I'm going to be going here, and making sure everything is still hooked up. This one, for all I know, might have slid back off of there because that was a problem before. Let's take a look at that real quick. Yeah, that one's kind of slid off a little bit, so it's not blowing. Yeah, it keeps popping back out. I got to duct tape that. So, y'all, I'm going to say that's it. I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see how disgusting I am. I am a hot mess. I am sweaty. I got some paint on my shirt earlier trying to paint one of these pieces of wood. Hey, this is it. I hope this got you somewhere. I hope you learned from what I did. I think this, again, is a success for me. It is loud, but that's that 8-inch, and I'm going to change that 8-inch fan on there and get another 6-inch and try that. So, again, hey, this has taken a lot of time and a lot of work. Guys, toss me a thumbs up. Leave me some comments below. What are you working on? Tell me where you're at, and let's see these temperatures. Still 69. So that's something I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be fine tuning this, and when I figure that out, I will do a part 3 to my grow tent. And when I do that, I will tell you what I ended up with. This is going to take a little while. I think I want to get that 6-inch in here first before I really start trying to dial this in, because if I dial it in with the 8-inch and I don't need it, I can cut that sound in half with another one of these. That one is so much louder. So anyway, y'all, thanks for watching Euclid Mining. Always great to see y'all, and I'll see you next time.